Welcome, Mwesigye, welcome, Joy. Thank you so much for joining this discussion on the US government's decision that's impacting the lives of so many of the most marginalized people around the world today. Donald Trump's executive decision to close the US government's aid agency is causing absolute chaos. It removes 40% of all aid being delivered in the world.
For most of these countries, I think USAID has been really looking at key aspects of life, that is health, education, and democracy, because that's a big thing in Africa, and most of the aid has been going there. And of course, this has been badly affected. For a country like Liberia, actually, I think it's 40% of all development aid has been coming from USAID. So that's a big cut. So people's lives are going to be really affected. Even education, refugee support, and all that will be affected. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you, Mr. So in real terms, it means boys and girls don't get to school. They don't get education. It means women in labour are not getting the care and support that they need within health posts and hospitals. It's real lives being affected in very real ways.
Very real. Yeah. Maybe one of the things that would be helpful would be for the current donors to maybe allow the organizations to repurpose the funding that they have so that it can go to core costs, and institutional funding, because then if that is covered, then people are able to think strategically. He actually mentioned that if something happened, because it happened so suddenly, people are now in survival mode. They need to see how to survive. So strategic thinking and all that will go through the window. So that comes back to the whole idea of decolonization of aid and the localization, the conversation we've been having. Because if an organization is able to determine, what it wants to do and have its priorities and be able to be confident about itself, I think that goes a long way in supporting it to grow and to develop communities.
First of all, this decision was abrupt. It did not give us time to prepare. So the abruptness alone is an inconvenience. I'll share an experience that it occurred at a time when we had organized 36 communities who were supposed to engage this month. That implies that we had already reached out the different service providers, the different key players to participate. Now, out of the blue, a decision is made and it alters all that. First of all, it is very difficult to convince communities that, out of the blue, we cancelled these meetings. At this moment, Fabio needs all we can in terms of one coming in to help it thrive through this whole situation, maneuver through this.